This is a 1966 Mustang convertible. It's an original A-code car. If you know Mustangs, that means it's, you know, that's the original GTs. Put my seatbelt on real quick. This is an original 4-speed car, 289, high performance. And I am going to prove how awesome it drives by driving a 3-speed or a 4-speed, I'm sorry, by myself, holding the camera. Get out here, and then this car is actually pretty quick. This is a fully loaded car for its day. Power steering, power brakes. It's had air conditioning added to it recently. I'm gonna get out here, pull over and show you the car a little bit. It's got a nice sounding exhaust. All the gauges work. This car has been going through basically a full-on restoration over the past about 10 years or so. I've got a envelope full of receipts on this thing, and the paint is probably about 10 or 12 years old. So it's a really nice looking, at this point, a driver paint job. Really nice driver paint job. But this is not, you know, a show car. If it was a show car, if you know your Mustang convertibles and you know what an A-code is, this is a show car. It could be $35,000 to $45,000. The cool thing about this is I think this is an affordable driver, you know, in the mid-20s for what it is. It's an A-code car. So, you know, and it's an original 4-speed. It's got the original wood grain dash on the inside, dash bezels. Now that is probably not the original steering wheel, but this is the nice upgraded steering wheel with a horn in the steering wheel and in those little steering wheel columns. It's got the wood grain on the door handles. That's original. It's got a beautiful pony interior, and the interior looks really nice, with the exception of the driver's seat. It has a couple spots where previous owner actually was in the habit of wearing this one belt, and he said, you know, I know every time I slid in and out of the car I would catch my belt on that thing, and that's unfortunate. But the cool thing is that just that seat cover right there would cost about $110, probably about the same in labor to have it fixed. So doors open and close properly, windows roll up and down great. It's got a power top. The top is in fair shape. It's got a couple of small holes on the back side of it, really tiny holes. So if you wanted it to be perfect, you'd want to replace the top. The car's been jammed out very nicely. Paint's really nice. Trunk is in excellent shape. The car is completely rust free. At some point in time there were probably 2 or 3 spots of rust on it. If you read through the receipts, I've got a book about almost an inch thick with the receipts on this thing. Thousands and thousands of dollars. Probably over $35,000 in this car. Buying it, the gentleman, elderly gentleman who was restoring it, and then the air conditioning being installed last summer. The air conditioner was installed. That was about a $2,500 option. It's got an absolutely beautiful undercarriage detail. We cleaned off the original VIN tag so you could see it says 4-speed, top B clear, 6T08A, that's the A code, matching number here on the cowl and on the door, which is really nice. So you get the same VIN number all the way through, consistent matching numbers car. The engine is the proper matching numbers engine. This is your new air conditioning unit. It blows cold, the heater blows hot. Power brakes in the front, power steering. Absolutely beautiful Cobra valve cover kit. Firewall and everything, beautifully detailed and painted. Really, really nice. Like I said, under the hood, jammed out paint. Underneath the car, as I said before, no rust. You'll find a high performance Cobra auxiliary oil pan, which is really nice and a very expensive feature. Floor pan's in excellent shape. They were replaced. Dual exhaust is new, sounds good. It's got headers on it. Zero rust in the car, zero rust. And you can see, you know, we didn't go and undercoat it and try and hide anything. I never do that. The floor pans were replaced a few years ago, so that does have that more fresh undercoating on it, because, you know, after you replace your floor pans, you do want to put a rubberized undercoating protectant on there. It's got the original 14-inch GT style wheels. With new tires on it. Tires have, or I say new, they're newer tires. They have excellent tread. Of course, all the lights work, turn signals, brake lights, the horn works, the radio works. This is a car that's ready to rock and roll. It's got a couple of little tiny nicks and stuff. If you start looking really close, you'll see on the rocker there's a little bit of paint there, chipping on the rocker right there, just a little bit. Overall, this looks like it was a very nicely done paint job, but because it's a little bit older, of course it has a couple of little spots where it's been touched up. I'm trying to look for them because really it's only just like 1 or 2 little spots. Okay, here we go. There's a little spot right here. I mean, probably almost nothing that's going to even see in the camera. I'm talking about, at this point, I'm trying to eagle eye the car for you. I know you're watching this video because you're thinking about spending a lot of money on a car and you want it to be perfect, so, or as perfect as possible for the money. So I try and eagle eye the car for you with the camera. But this is a gorgeous car. It's a big head up on a C code because it's an A code car. It's fully loaded. It's got a power top, power steering, power disc brakes, ice cold air conditioning, hot heat. It's got a new factory style radio. Still got the box for that. You know, it's a factory style replacement. The interior is in really good shape. The tops of the door panels right here are fading a hair, just on a couple of little spots. If you wanted this car to be perfect, you'd probably want to replace that driver's seat The rest of the interior, like I said, isn't great. You might want to paint the tops of the doors where I just pointed out just then. Other than that, this is a perfect driver. This isn't a perfect show car, but it's a perfect driver. I mean, it's extremely mechanically reliable. The engine has a recent rebuild on it. The clutch is new, the transmission's new. I've got receipts for all of it. So you can verify and see on the receipts the engine was completely gone through and rebuilt. Transmission was rebuilt. It's got a new clutch. And the car's been gone through mechanically. It's got a new front end. So when you drive down the road, you don't hear any clinkety clinks or anything like that, hitting bumps and stuff like that, because everything's, I mean, this really, from bumper to bumper, this car's about new, you know, it really is. So I really think this is a great investment. I think somebody's going to really enjoy it. It's absolutely beautiful, red on red. And if I replace the top, I'd put a red top on it, and then you'd have a triple red car. Of course, everybody's different. If you want to really keep it perfectly matching numbers, I guess you have to go back with a white top. But it is a matching numbers car. The engine and transmission do match. It is an original 4-speed. And these are very rare. You find them in automatics all the time. It's very hard to find one in a 4-speed, especially in a convertible. So somebody's got a real find here. Whoever buys this car is going to really love it, really enjoy it. Got a real find here with this, you know, just iconic, classic American muscle car. 1966 Mustang, A-code convertible. Somebody's going to have a blast with.